Right, everyone, here is the third and final card of the Stamp of the Month kit. You'll receive, again, enough materials to make 2 of these. This thank you card uses an A2 background, now turned to the side. And then the first layer is Sweet Leaf at 5 1/4 by 4, White Daisy by 5 by 3 3/4, and then this Candy Apple stripe down here is 3/4 by 5 1/2. Again, I'll put measurements for you at the bottom of your screen. So the first thing I did was I started stamping this background here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. You'll notice that some are stamped directly on the background and some I have stamped and then I added as a dimension. So let's start with the background. I'm using the coordinating stamp that goes with this one here. So we're going to use that one and then the coordinating stamp here. Okay. All right. So for this, I'm going to use charcoal ink. And some of these images are going to be stamped off to the side, so I think I'm going to, let me grab some scratch paper here. So I should have that prepared. Alright. I hope you'll be able to see white on white. I'll just keep it here for this section and then I'll go back. Now for some of these you want them to be lighter than you normally would, so I'm just going to kind of stamp off to the side and then onto my paper. And then I'm not going to overlap them, but I do overlap the edge a little bit. And you'll also see that I'm kind of lining them up so that they scatter at a diagonal going this way. All right. And the reason I'm doing that is because our tag will be positioned about here. As long as I got my stamp pad out, let's do the other stamping that we have to do as well. We're going to need the tag. Again, I'm going to use this cushion to get an even image. Now here you're going to stamp directly onto the paper. There's no stamping off to another sheet of paper. There, that looks fully inked now. And then however many of the larger stamps that you would like, I made 3 of them, but you can make more images if you want. You decide. That's how many you'll stamp on your cardstock. Oh, that one was chunky. I'll do this one. Yeah, I'm probably going to say no to him. There. You've got plenty of cardstock if you want to do more. Alright, so for this one, because I wanted to make it look like, and again, I cased this one too. I did not have an original thought in my head with this stamp set. That's why I love me some Pinterest. If you're ever looking for more ideas than what I presented to you as well, take a look at my Pinterest board. There's a link on my blog to it, and you'll see once you've got this stamp set, there's so many possibilities because people are super creative. This one had lighter colors in the background and deeper colors up front. So for these colors here, I chose the gold brown blend, I want to say, and then the light yellow blend for this background. Let me test just to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Yeah. So this was the gold brown blend pen that I'm going to use on these background flowers. And I'm not doing too much dimensional coloring. I'm just kind of coloring this part in for all the petals very lightly. It's almost like a shadow of what is presented on the front, on the forefront. And these all get, again, not very careful coloring is necessary, but if you like to be more fussy, enjoy the process. Go right ahead. Take as much time or as little time as you wish. This is the type of card where it could look super fussy, but it doesn't have to be. Especially since I cut all the paper for you. But if you're not getting a kit, you can cut your paper. It's not that hard. Alright, I'll be coming out with my July set soon. I'm going to try to do it towards the beginning of the month. It occurred to me, you know, people might be enticed to get the stamp set if they see what they're going to make that month. So I tried to do that close to my heart, made a mistake and sent me 2 of the August stamp of the month instead of 1 July and 1 August. So they're sending me another one, but as soon as I get that in, I will be making the July stamp set or card kit. They're both really pretty and lots of flowers. I'm finding the sentiment set that I got in May though, I'm using a lot with these cards. I'm so glad I got that one. But you might have something similar. And that's true for any of these cards I'm showing you. If you don't have the Close to My Heart brand, you can find something similar, I'm sure, in your stash and still have a good time with this. But I was surprised they didn't even make me send back the other one. They just said, no, just keep that one. Alright, to be honest, I can't remember what I colored here. Looks like that darker gold, so I'm going to go with the mid color and see. Yeah, looks good. Squee. I love coordinated stuff. That's why I like the papers that go together, and then these markers, they're like connected. You don't have to be a color expert. Someone's done that part for you. You can just do the fun coloring part. So I'm kind of doing this backwards, I guess, than I did the other ones. I did all the light first, and now I'm adding in all the dark, as you can see. Alright, I like that. I like the coloring on this, it's fun. Alright, next we're going to color the pieces that we stamped out. Get this out of the way, I'm getting cluttered up here. Do any of you, I start out so clean. Do you do that too? And then you just aren't. You're done. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use the orange blend, and then I'm going to blend out a little bit with this gold, and then I'm also going to use the citrus blend on the outside. Let me show you. First, I started with the orange in the middle, and I just used, I think I used the mid and dark. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, mid looks good. And, you know, I just experimented until I found what worked for me. When you're casing a card, you'll think, oh, they must use this color, and then you do it, and you're like, wah, nope. I'm going to do a little darker. So just try something. Worst is you color over it. And these blend so well, no big deal. It's like makeup, you know, you just blend it out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do this thing with the dark. Yeah, I remember getting a little bit more adventurous on this one. I usually stick, like with this orange marker, I would have just used the 3 shades of the orange. I used 3 different markers on these, and I was so happy with myself. Alright, and then I went with my citrus next. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I did this guy. Alright. This citrus blend, I used the mid on this outer portion here. And I color it into the orange. And then I blended it with the gold, I'm pretty sure. If not, we're going to do that right now and see how it looks. And if it's not quite good, no, we'll try something else. But I'm pretty sure this is what I did. I remember wanting it to be super bright, and I didn't worry about the pattern paper around it overtaking it because I made my own and I knew that it was going to be subdued. And the other papers I used were all solid, so I didn't worry about it overtaking the rest. But when you use papers such as the one I did on the second card, you have to be a little careful with your coloring and make it coordinate and not be too bold, otherwise it'll compete too much. Your eye won't know where to look. Oh, I guess I'm doing all 4 of these, huh? It just occurred to me. That's fine. Do you notice I go faster as I start getting bolder about this? You'll probably find the same thing. I'll just start feeling like a Picasso and you're like getting all crazy with the coloring. All right, and then next we're gonna do gold. And this is where I just kind of scribble out and blend the citrus and orange together. See that now, how that's starting to look? And even, you know, I'm gonna be so bold as to kind of go out a little bit farther so that just the tips of these petals are colored in. It seems like the more scribbling in I do, and then the more I allow it to dry, the cooler it blends in. So I'm sure some of you watching this are really good with your coloring. You're probably appalled by what you're seeing here, and that's okay. You do your prettier coloring. This is for amateurs like me that like to scribble. All right, we'll see how that blends in a minute. Let that dry. Let's start in with our leaves. I'm using the same green I used on the other 2, using the darker color by the veins again. And then I'm going to do all these stems again. And then these guys here. All right, I don't know why I just made those sound effects. Does anybody make sound effects when they color? All right, and then here. Okay, then I like to take my light, color it into the dark. And then I'll take my medium again and see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I already know I'm gonna want that to blend out a bit. Okay, now we're ready for all of our fussy cutting. Again, you'll be cutting out with your tags and your if you want to use your machine, you'll get that tag set. Oh, I need to go for it. Yeah. Let's see. I don't usually cut from that side. Let's see. Oh, it's not turned out so great. Oh well. That's all right. Okay, and then cut this. And yeah, that's not so great, is it? I should have gone from this side. That's what I'm used to seeing it, but oh well. I better trim this side to make it look like I did it on purpose. I didn't mean to cut it so close, but I guess it's turning out that way, huh? All right. It's like when you cut your bangs crooked and then you try to make them look even and then they're just so short. I did that during COVID. That's okay. I had time for it to grow out before I went out in public. Okay. And then this guy, I didn't do as fussy cutting on these guys. Notice I'm just kind of rounding out these edges a little bit. And that's just because I'm lazy. You know, if you wanted to get really intricate with this and take your time, you would cut in like little triangles. You see, like like that. I'm not doing that today. That was going to take the joy out of it for me. And I don't know, I think I'm just going to still use 3 flowers like before. I might use the 4th one. Ooh, maybe I'll use the 4th one on the envelope. I could like seal the back of the envelope with it. That might be a good idea. See, whenever you make mistakes, quote unquote, you have instead a creative opportunity if you wish to look at it that way. I guess it's all perspective, huh? All right. Very choppy, weird cutting going on here. Okay. So now it's time to layer this guy up. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll take our sweet leaf. Again, I'll have measurements in the description box below and also on my blog, wolfgirlstamps.com. And then I put this background paper, or no I don't. Oops, I made a mistake. I'm supposed to put this underneath here. Let's see if I can unstick this. Yay, I can. Squee. Okay, candy apple is supposed to go down first. All right, this ought to be interesting. Let's see what I have going on here. Oh, it's crooked now. Oh boy. Let's try there. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna put some more glue here though. He's gonna peel up and I don't want that to happen. How about this side? He feels good. I could feel him going back on before. All right, then this guy. I think I need a new blade on my cutter. I'm noticing fuzzy paper. And then I've got that cascading this way. And then before I put my tag on, I want to put my sentiment. I picked thank you because I always need thank you cards. But you can pick whatever sentiment, oh here he is, you would like to in this corner here. Again, I used the charcoal ink. Now this, I used full strength. Remember when I stamped these off? That's not what I did here. I used this, the whole strength. All right, my chamois. All right, now this guy can go on, and I did not pop him up, but I did pop these guys up. And then I used my tape. Let's see, where would that have gone? Here he is. Used my little foam tape. Him too. And you know, maybe it would be cool if you popped some up and didn't pop up some. Might look cool, huh? Alright, then I think I put one like around here. And here. And here. Alright, and then the finishing touch, you'll get a lot of these guys. I put the candy apple seize the day dots again. You'll get a whole bunch of these. I want you to have plenty so you can do as many as you want. Alright, that looks good for that one. So there's your final card. I hope you've enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe, and I'm going to be doing these each month, and you can copy these ideas if you'd like. And also visit my blog if you'd like some more inspiration. Thanks so much for visiting. Happy crafting.